Light goes on. Racing. Show County and Lightning Bend began well together, and so too did Strawberry Ranch down on the inside, and Sun Along Last shows brilliant early pace, fallen by Redelva. Get back with Planet Ruler. They've gone through the first 200 metres now, and Show County keeping well away from the rails, the leader, with Scarlet Bisque on his outside, and then Street Ruffian, Rosso Verde just behind them, and they're followed by Lightning Bend, and further back is Sun Along Last sticking to the inside rail from Strawberry Ranch. A long way from them, Redelva, and then fallen by and Planet Ruler. They race in less than 500 left to go, and Show County still a long way off the rails as a leader from Scarlet Bisque on his outside, and they were clear then of Street Ruffian, and further back in the field Lightning Bend, who sticks to the inside. Show County in front, 250 metres to go. He moved clear by a length and a half. Scarlet Bisque is beaten, running on as Redelva down the outside. Show County clear with 100 metres to go. Redelva is picking him up strongly. Show County by a neck. Redelva nearly level, puts his nose in front. Redelva beats Show County, won it by about a head, and 2 lengths away third, either Strawberry Ranch or Street Ruffian in a photo. Then came Lightning Bend. He was followed by Scarlet Bisque and Planet Ruler, Sun Along Last, Rosso Verde, and Full and By was last to finish. And there's an attendant on either side of Bureaucracy. Now the light's on, they're racing. Bureaucracy began okay. Paklani reasonably away down on the inside. Barberia and Lightning Bend began very fast and heads to the front after about 100 metres. Lightning Bend clears the field and leads Paklani and Redelva. Bureaucracy the outside, and then Medicine Kid, Barberia, followed further back in the field then by Wrap Around the outside, and then Grandiose and Shaftesbury Avenue back to the rear. They come down now, they've got about 550 to go, and Lightning Bend the leader, a length in front of Redelva on the outside, and Paklani third the fence, and then Bureaucracy going up on the outside of Medicine Kid. Wider out, Wrap Around, and then Barberia, Shaftesbury Avenue. Grandiose will come from last. Going past the 400, Lightning Bend about a half in front of Redelva, and Bureaucracy's gone up to make a line of 3. Paklani looking for the way clear, and then Wrap Around and Shaftesbury Avenue without a lot of room from Grandiose. Still Lightning Bend in front of Bureaucracy, who's coming now, and Wrap Around is finishing quickly. Lightning Bend and Bureaucracy, Wrap Around and Grandiose, and Shaftesbury Avenue's flown. Shaftesbury Avenue flew in the last few metres of the race, and I think he's got up to beat Bureaucracy. And third a photo, Lightning Bend is there on the rails and Wrap Around, and they were followed by Redelva and Medicine Kid. Grandiose. Back behind those to finish in the race was Paklani and Barberia. Back to the tail of the field, a photo to decide it. What a finish in the Lightning Stakes, 57.4. It's a photo. Rearing up, settles. Final card getting a bit edgy, settles better. Light on now, they're racing. Final card reasonably away. Jack Pill beat him out there. Redelva and Planet Ruler away quickly with King Marauding. They don't want to come to the grandstand side. Over on the flat and Raw Talent, the early leader from Street Ruffian, and going up Maritima. Noble Lancer away brilliantly, heading towards the front runners. Just behind them, Final card working across well, and then Ali Shan over on the inside. Wrap Around is with those at about 5th or 6th, followed by Schillaci. Further back in the field is King Marauding, and they were followed by Sonic Express, and then came Sarah Fox. Storaya well back, and so is Jack Pill and Redelva with about 500 to go, and Street Ruffian led them from Noble Lancer and Maritima. A length and a half, Schillaci and Final card. Schillaci's travelling well and coming out after the leaders. Then King Marauding under pressure, 250 out, and Schillaci raced up to Street Ruffian and took the lead, and then Noble Lancer. Final card can't go on and Wrap Around trying to get into it, followed by King Marauding, but Schillaci well clear. Wrap Around finishing well with Umatilla on the outside, but the brilliant Schillaci wins it a length and a half. Umatilla, Wrap Around a neck away third. Then Storaya, Rechabite, Noble Lancer and Street Ruffian. They were followed further back in the field then by Jack Pill down the outside. With those to finish then was Ali Shan, and he was followed a bit further back by Sonic Express and Redelva. Printer's Choice, Raw Talent. Back behind them then Planet Ruler and Maritima. Final card well back, and Sarah Fox last of all. Victory for Schillaci in 55.9 seconds. As we await the numbers to be semaphored officially, a brilliant gallop of 55.9, 0.4 outside of the record set by Special. Data has them, they're racing. Schillaci just stumbled a little bit at the start there, didn't seem to lose a lot of ground though. Isn't she gorgeous? Campbell Fever away okay near the inside end. Clever Zoe began with a wing on every foot and darts to a big advantage after 200 metres. She's out 3 lengths. Spanish Mix, Uzuk, Umatilla over on the inside, 4th, and then Unspoken Word and Campbell Fever. They were followed by Schillaci, and back behind them about a length and a half away is Western Voyage, followed by Blue Boss, Isn't She Gorgeous, and Mr. Cube. Clever Zoe at the 500, led by 3 Uzuk. Spanish Mix on the outside, then is Schillaci just behind them, and over on its outside Unspoken Word and Campbell Fever, followed by Umatilla. It's Clever Zoe in front at the 300, only about 2 lengths Uzuk. Spanish Mix, and then a length and a half to Schillaci, given full bore. Clever Zoe at the 200 in front of Uzuk. Spanish Mix, and then Schillaci. It's Clever Zoe in front, 100 out. Here comes Schillaci, he's hitting top gear now. Clever Zoe a neck, but Schillaci, the big grey flash, is going to win it. Schillaci from Clever Zoe. Uzuk is 3rd, then came Spanish Mix, and they were followed by Blue Boss and Umatilla. Back behind them to finish then was Western Voyage, Isn't She Gorgeous. Mr. Cube next over on the outside. Unspoken Word finished well back, and Campbell Fever weakened out to be last. Characteristic giant bounds at the finish. And Schillaci back to his very best here. Has won it in 56 seconds. The last 800, 41.8. And he really did bound home magnificently in the last 100 metres to win it. Never Under Charge has the outside stall. Great speed in the Lightning, 1,000 metres at weight for age. Group 1, they're ready. Set to go. Racing, Schillaci away with them on the outside. Never Under Charge away smartly. Rose's Image couldn't muster the early pace. And Classic Magic zoomed to the front over Ken Vane, and Brawny Spirit settling into stride now at the 800, and it's Classic Magic just the leader from Ken Vane over on the inside, and Keltrice the outer. Just behind them, Brawny Spirit already starting to hang away from the inside. Inside him is Daring Ombre, and they're followed Rose's Image. Further back, Schillaci ridden off the pace, followed by Ali Shannon. 2 lengths to Never Under Charge. They've passed the 500, and Classic Magic joined on the rail by Ken Vane and headed by him now at the 400. Wider out, Keltrice and Daring Ombre. Schillaci in the clear. Brawny Spirit running wide at the 300 metre mark. Ken Vane, Classic Magic, Keltrice a line of 3. Schillaci 2 lengths astern, wound up coming after them. Keltrice at the front from Ken Vane, a length Schillaci. It's Keltrice in front of Nick. Ken Vane is fighting back, and so is Schillaci, but Keltrice in front, and Keltrice won the Lightning. Keltrice from Schillaci, and Ken Vane close up on the rail. They were clear of Classic Magic, and running on Never Under Charge from Daring Ombre. Ali Shan back towards the tail. Rose's Image and Brawny Spirit ended up on the outside rail well back. Keltrice number 5, ridden by Stephen King. And Terravista, the horse of the moment on the outside. In gate 8, the field locked away for the 1,000 metres Lightning. There's the light. Racing, Terravista began well with Sequalo on the outside. Alanon began quickly. Mahogany jumped away okay as well, and Keltrice, Brawny Spirit jumped into stride pretty well. They go through the first 150 metres now, and it's Brawny Spirit on the rail. Keltrice is outside, deeper out Sequalo and Terravista 4 deep on their outside. Just about a line of 4 right across the track there. Alanon in behind them from Fighter Bay, then Mahogany, and last of all as they settle fully into stride, Auntie Mary. Running to the 500 metre mark now. Terravista under a tight rein has gone up to join Sequalo, Keltrice, Brawny Spirit on the rail. 2 lengths behind them, then Alanon called on, and they're followed then by Mahogany under a bit of pressure at the 300 metre mark now, and it's on the outside Terravista. He's calling on him to do something, sticking with him there. On the outside is Alanon. In fact, he's in trouble, Terravista. Alanon's claimed him, and Mahogany now, and Keltrice fighting back. No, Terravista, it's a shock. It's Mahogany dashing to the front, and Mahogany scores. Mahogany's beaten Alanon. 3rd is Keltrice, and Terravista has run 4th. In behind those then Fighter Bay, Sequalo, Brawny Spirit, and last Auntie Mary. Last year's horse of the year is back. He's sprinted brilliantly. He's run 56.9. Mahogany, Mick Dittman, has caused the surprise. Hariba out of a place. Set for the big sprint. Racing, Can Grande jumped well, so did Spartacus. Mahogany just gets back a little in the early stages. Armadale ridden out of the stalls on the inside, shows plenty of pace to lead. Sequalo's up there in the early stages at the 800. Armadale is in front on the inside from Sequalo. Spartacus moving up on the outside. Just behind the leading three is Mr. Satisfaction on the rail, and Mahogany is posied up just behind it. Can Grande is next following Spartacus, and then Cambridge Galaxy. Mox Rocket is settling well back in the field, and then Clang on the inside of Blazing Reality. Racing to the 400, Armadale on the rails just in front. Spartacus 3 out, coming at it, Sequalo in the centre. Then came Mahogany looking for an out. He's had to ease over Sequalo's heels. Can Grande on his outside might pocket him here. He's in trouble there, Mahogany. At the 200 metre mark, Spartacus hits the front. Can Grande's coming at him on the outside. Mahogany without a lot of room is trying to squeeze through. He's got through Mahogany. He pounced on the lead from Can Grande and Spartacus, and Mahogany, despite difficulties, draws away to win a length and a half from Can Grande and Spartacus third. Then Moss Rocket, who came from near the back of the field to grab fourth from Clang. Blazing Reality, Sequalo stopped. Mr. Satisfaction towards the end. Second last, Armadale. And last was Rich Galaxy. A very special victory. Number 1, Mahogany, ridden by Greg Hall. He had some strife getting through, but didn't he show something when he got the run? Can Grande beaten for just the second time in his life. And Spartacus third. The favourites turned it on. Now Flavour comes in, completes the line-up for the Lightning, and they're set to go. 3-year-olds drawn alongside each other. General Nediym 5, Show No Emotion 4. Off they go. General Nediym began well. Show No Emotion began all right. Now Natoire's heading over to the flat side rail. He'll do it on his own over there. Flavour won't go with him. And Natoire's speeding across to the inside. Out on the grandstand rail now. General Nediym had come across fast, and he leads Spartacus. Show No Emotion and Can Grande just behind them with Mazelde ends the rail. They're followed by Alpha and Flavour as last of the flat division, with Natoire on the flat side rail or on his own. On the grandstand side, they're heading to the 400 metres now. And General Nediym is the leader in front of Spartacus by about a neck. A length away in third, Show No Emotion, who can get a split between those two. Spartacus is struggling at the moment, and then Can Grande. And on the other side at the 250, it's Natoire the leader, but General Nediym has the overall lead, I think. Natoire on the inside and General Nediym, they've raced away. They'll fight it out. They're on opposite sides of the track. General Nediym on the grandstand in front of Natoire, I'd say. General Nediym in front. They go to the line. General Nediym's won it easily over Natoire. The General's won it brilliantly. Third placing a photo might be Alpha there in front of Show No Emotion and Flavour, who finished okay. Can Grande's finished well back behind them with Mazelde ends, and Spartacus has finished last of all. Ready for the Lightning, they're away. St. Petersburg batted out fast on the inside from Normal Practice Sports. Nediym got out fast. Over on the other side, and Zerez began quickly. Black Bean is snagging over their heels early. Away quickly is Secret Remedy, but St. Petersburg at the 800 metres has sufficient pace to lead the Lightning field from Nediym and Sports out between them. Then came Secret Remedy. French Braids not far away from them, nor Bomber Bill down on the inside, followed by Mannington in the middle of the field. Zara's next, followed by Steel City. Normal Practice a good way back over on the inside from Easy Rocking and Blackbean. At the 400, Sports just in front from Nanty in the outside and St. Petersburg. French Braids right behind them with Secret Remedy hard ridden. Zerez and Mannington's trying to get into the clear. She's blocked away. Easy Rocking coming down the outside inside the 200. Sports in front of Nanty and St. Petersburg, and then Mannington. It's Sports in front at the 100 metres. He's a length in front. Blackbean and Easy Rocking are swallowing him up out wide, but Sports in front, and Sports has won it nearly a length. Blackbean and Easy Rocking. St. Petersburg close up from Nanty and Mannington. Then Bomber Bill, Zariz and Steel City behind these for French Braids, and then came Secret Remedy and Normal Practice. Sports the winner, ridden by Darren Gauci. Up on the pace all of the way, and he's been too good for them. Held out the fast finishing runs of Blackbean and Easy Rocking out wide to win the race.
and to the winner in the time of 57 seconds. First victory in the race for John Hawkes, second victory for Darren Gauci, who scored on Hula Chief back in 1986. Little movement from Sports Brad. It got up in the air, and attendant now settles it off. Racing in the Lightning, and North Boy got out fast with Spinning Hill and Miss Penny Money. Mystagic away like a shot heading to the outside, and Century Kid and Intelligent Star with Sir Chuckler coming this way, so it's a speedy race to the grandstand side. Over on the flat now, passing the 800 metres, and it sports out wide up there with Oamaru Force, who's going to the lead ahead of Tully Dane, and just behind them Corps Commander, Point Danger and Sports Brat on the rail. Then Chong Tong and Black Bean as last of the division down on the flat side rail. They're right up with the pace here, heading towards the 400, and it's Mystagic away from the rail, leading Sir Chuckle, Century Kid and Intelligent Star. North Boys got back behind them on the outside rail, pushed along at this point. Spinning Hill with a run, and then Miss Penny Money. On the flat side, Oamaru Force from Tally Dane Sports. Chong Tong's coming at them, and Black Bean with a big run. Chong Tong hit the front down on the inside. Spinning Hill's hit the front on the grandstand. Chong Tong, Spinning Hill, Black Bean, Mystagic coming to the line wide apart. I think Spinning Hill on this side might get it. Spinning Hill this side with Mystagic, and over on the flat side is Chong Tong. In a great finish to the Lightning, Black Bean made tremendous ground late, followed in by Sports and Point Danger and Tally Dane over on the inside. Over on the other side was Century Kid right up there from Miss Penny Money, who ran a forward race. Back behind them then were Tally Dane, North Boy, who got lost mid-race, followed by Sports Brat, Corps Commander, Intelligent Star, Oamaru Force and Sir Chuckle. 10 has got it, Spinning Hill landing a huge plunge. Number 10, Spinning Hill, Stephen Arnold, Guy Walter have taken out the Lightning Stakes.
Snowland with an attendant, they're away. Rubitano jumped okay, and also away quickly is Choisir, but he's going to be left solo on the flat side. The rest are coming out here, where Snowland began flying and found the outside rail with Spinning Hill. Shags is going forward with Cosmic Strike, and wider out then Rubitano heading across in front of Bellesprit, and back behind those horses Chong Tong and Azevedo, and Choisir solo on the inside as they go towards the 600 metres. Hard to know whether he's in it or not as they come along now, and the leader is Snowland on the outside. Rubitano had gone up and just about joined him, followed by Shag. Spinning Hill on the rail. Bellesprit is working into it wide out from Cosmic Strike, and then came Chong Tong. Azevedo as last, and Choisir over on the inside on his own, coming towards the 200 metre mark. Rubitano the leader, Bellesprit after him. Spinning Hill joins in, and Choisir is in the hunt on the other side. 100 metres to go. Choisir on the flat, Spinning Hill on this side. They're on opposite sides of the track, and Choisir's done it on his own down on the inside and won it from Spinning Hill, Azevedo, Rubitano and Bellesprit. Then came behind these to finish was Shags, trailed in by Cosmic Strike, and then Chong Tong and Snowland. Extraordinary. I think he's won it on the inside. Judges called for a photo. Looked like Choisir the inside had done it on his own, and he has. 7 as the winner, Choisir Glen Boss. Second is 4 Spinning Hill, Patrick Payne. Scaredy Cat moving in, takes the outside stall. Field is ready for the Tiac Lightning. Set. Mazendor shifting around in the gates. Racing. Spark of Life brilliantly out of the stalls. Largo to Light a little slow. Mystagic got away fast, and Eliana brilliantly away is spearing down towards the inside as well. In fact, there'll only be 3 down that side, and Eliana, Spark of Life, the 2 leaders ahead of Largo to Light. On the grandstand side with the majority coming, Scaredy Cat found the lead, although it's Hailey Berry at the 600 metres brilliantly away and leading our Egyptian Rain. Regimental Gal right behind the leader, and they're trailed by Mystagic. Strategic up the middle of the track, being followed then by Massendor. Next in the field as they go past the 400-metre mark, Sir Breakfast, Scaredy Cat against the outside rail, Spinning Hill and Patessa towards the tail end on the other side, and it's now Largo Delight going through along the inside rail and taking the lead from Spark of Life, and Daliana's gone. This side, Strategic comes with a run at the clock tower. He and Our Egyptian Rain go to the lead together. Strategic, Our Egyptian Rain and Regimental Gal joining in now. Regimental Gal drives at Our Egyptian Rain and wins. Regimental Gal beats Our Egyptian Rain. Strategic third, and then Scaredy Cat and Sir Breakfast from Patessa and Spinning Hill. Largo Delight clearly the first home on the inside, but wasn't in the finish. Back behind these then was Massendor. Spark of Life towards the end of the field was Hailey Berry, who showed dazzling pace but weakened, and Daliana last in. They're set, racing. A linky jump reasonably down towards the inside. Recapitalised, got away well. Tiny Girl was slow to move. Spark of Life away brilliantly. So too General Baton and Fastnet Rock near the outside. Settling into stride, it's Lalando down towards the inside rail, who spears away with a 3-length lead. Dane Shadow chases it down towards the flat rail ahead of Blur. Recapitalised, Savage Attack. Alingi getting cover early, and Tiny Girl last of that division. Spark of Life is leading the side out here, although Dane Shadow's taken charge and come across in front there with Cape of Good Hope. Just behind them, maybe McLaren, and also General Baton with Fastnet Rock, the widest runner. They come to the 300. Lalando's got a big lead. He's out by 3 or 4 lengths now from Alingi giving chase. Spark of Life down the outside, and then came Fastnet Rock, who's unwinding his run at the 150-metre mark, and here comes Alingi now to get to the lead. Alingi in front, Fastnet Rock's after her. He's closing on the outside. They hit it a photo between Fastnet Rock. He might have got there. Alingi's close up on the inside. Third placing, Cape of Good Hope is handy with the Lalando in a photo finish, and Spark of Life. They're trailed by Tiny Girl, Blur, and just behind those, Dane Shadows, Savage Attack, and back behind those to finish in the race. At the head of the others was maybe McLaren, Recapitalised, General Baton. And Fastnet Rock has won it. Number 11. Fastnet Rock, ridden by Glenn Boss, trained by Paul Perry, has stormed wide on the course to win the Lightning Stakes in a photo finish. Alingi second, Damien Oliver and Lee Friedman, and third placing has gone to Cape of Good Hope, Michael Kinane and David Orton.
Racing in the Lightning, Cape of Good Hope and Stratum bounce quickly with Proprietor and Rewire. Queen of the Hill away okay. Takeover Target burning up in the centre, looking up towards the lead. God's Own behind it, followed by Media, Jet Spur, Schnitzel, and Undoubtedly, and they all go to the flat side, and Stratum has headed them off to lead with Takeover Target quickly moving up at his girth. They're followed by Rewire. Inside Proprietor, who's over racing from Cape of Good Hope. Further out Queen of the Hill, wider out Schnitzel, a length God's Own. Then Media, Jet Spur, and Undoubtedly the widest runner. Coming onto the course proper at the 650. Stratum just in front. Takeover Target about to join it. Rewire back on the fence. Cape of Good Hope is held up. Then Queen of the Hill, followed by God's Own. Schnitzel coming down the centre, and Jet Spur is running on. It's Takeover Target getting to the front from Stratum and Rewire. 2 lengths Schnitzel. In the middle is God's Own starting to come hard. And wider out Jet Spur. Takeover Target in front. God's Own, Cape of Good Hope after it. But Takeover Target. Takeover Target a half neck to God's Own. Third home is Cape of Good Hope from Rewire. Then Stratum further back in the race. Schnitzel, Proprietor, Queen of the Hill. Jet Spur didn't finish off, followed by Media, and near the back is Undoubtedly.
The Kilmore Lightning. Racing, Virage de Fortune fairly out of the gate, dance the waves away fast. California Danes trailing them 2 lengths away. Ticklish began like a bomb, goes straight to the front from Virage de Fortune. Magnus wide, Miss Andretti humming up on the fence. Strata not far away from Dance the Waves. Rewire beaten for speed. Any suggestion? California Dane with a stack of chasing to do. Through to the course proper. Ticklish in front, the New Zealand horse leading 3/4. Virage de Fortune tickled along. Miss Andretti camped on them, travelling big time. time. Outside of her, Magnus Strata looking for room from Dance the Waves, California Dane, any suggestion, and Rawaya last as they turn. Ticklish in front on the bend from Virage de Fortune and Magnus. Miss Andretti needs an out as they turn. Then Dance the Waves in any suggestion. Ticklish in front, Magnus looms. Magnus hits the lead. Miss Andretti sees daylight and she's coming through. Magnus in front, Miss Andretti like a bomb, drops on them, takes the lead and it's ruthless. Miss Andretti wins the Lightning and Hewitt loves it from Magnus. Ticklish holds on third. Any suggestion? What a run. California Dane, Virage de Fortune, Dance the Waves, Rawaya, and last home the Sydney side of Strata.
And she takes the track record with a 57.2. She's a record holder. She's the best sprinter we have in this country, bar Takeover Target. You could argue she could even take it on with him. Miss Andretti, brilliant ride by Newitt, used the alley, waited for Virage de Fortune to crumble. She did, and she was best placed. She charged through, and you love the way she attacked the line when the run presented itself. Magnus was terrific 3 wide on pace. Ticklish was a cracker. Newitt loved it, and rightly so too. And this mare will take on the world now.
Racing in the Coolmore Lightning, Apache Cat was slow to go, got a little bit of a squeeze, a score near the inside, fairly out there, coming to the grandstand. Gold Edition came out of the gate humming, Magnus fast away, Ticklish first to the outside fence. Grand Jules, Belmere and the green, a score back behind those from Stands Out Miss Finland and Swickers last of all, settling at the 650. And it's Ticklish on the outside rail. Magnus the red and white and Gold Edition right there. Grand Jules next, the green and white colours of Belmere. They were followed by Apache Cat behind it. Miss Finland being hard ridden from Stands Out, Swick and a score. Down to the 350, Gold Edition put under pressure. Belmere slipped up her inside and now has put a nose in front. Magnus and Grand Jules there. Gold Edition's under plenty of pressure trying to fight on. Then came Apache Cat and getting through. Swick on the inside. Here's a go. Apache Cat, Gold Edition, Swick coming through from Belmere. Apache Cat, the big baldy face in front of Apache Cat, and Apache Cat wins it. Apache Cat from Swick, not sure third. Stands Out Miss Finland, flew late. Gold Edition was in hot water a fair way out. They were followed by Magnus. Grand Jules ran a hell of a race with Belmere. Then came Ticklish and Magnus pulling up quickly.
Ready for the Lightning. They're off. Weekend Hustler jumped away okay with Valander, and 7th Rock and Apache Cat jumped away reasonably well as they settled into stride. Let Me Entertain You had bounded away, and Swiss Ace was showing speed as well. Scenic Blast went back and so did Swick. At the 800 metres have all crossed to the inside, and Valander had the lead to Swiss Ace. Just in behind those horses, 7th Rock out a bit wider, followed by Grand Deals, Let Me Entertain You. Weekend Hustler and Apache Cat are racing together, and Typhoon Z is out very wide on the course, and they're followed then Snappy Tom and then Scenic Blast, and Swick was last, but only 5 or 6 covered the field. Valander at the 400 led by a length. Grand Deals, Swiss Ace, Typhoon Z running on. Apache Cat and Weekend Hustler trying to get runs through the field. They've got a bit of work to do, the pair of them. It's Valander tackled by Grand Deals, Typhoon Z, Swiss Ace behind them. Scenic Blast is running on. It's Grand Deals, Valander, Typhoon Z, Scenic Blast. Scenic Blast from Perth. He blows them away and scores 3/4. Typhoon Z. Grand Deals might grab the third. Weekend Hustler flashed home late. Valander over on the inside. Out deep on the course, Apache Cat. He ended up weaving his way through and getting to the outside. Made a little bit of late ground, and Swick was out wider. Swiss Ace in behind them, followed then by Snappy Tom. Let Me Entertain You as well back in the field, and 7th Rock is last in the Lightning. Ready? Gates are back, they're away. Star Spangled Banner began okay from his barrier stall from Shell Scrape, and Burdick and Blues ridden along to go out early. Honest Truth began fast, and Wanted is in behind them as they settle down in the Lightning. And Burdick and Blues has the lead in the middle of the course, ahead of Seeking Attention immediately to his inside, and Honest Truth and the yellow cap close to the rail. In behind the leading trio then is Shell Scrape, the outside of Star Spangled Banner, followed by Wanted, and then came Cannonball. Governance on his outside, trailed by Dewporth, and then headway towards
towards the end of the field in company with Nicconi at the 5 or 350 metre mark, and seeking attention is headed off by Burdick and Blues out in the middle from Honest Truth. Star Spangled Banner's in the clear. Wanted is running on. Shell Scrape making ground. Duporth on the far side. Wanted is raced up at the 200. Here's Star Spangled Banner coming at him. Headway Nicconi coming home. Wanted the leader with about 50 to go. Nicconi flashing home. Nicconi grabbing Wanted, and Nicconi got up to win. Beat Wanted in the last stride. Photo third between Shell Scrape and Star Spangled Banner. Headway from last, and then Duporth, followed by Cannonball. Seeking Attention and Burdick and Blues, the two early leaders folded up, followed in by Honest Truth and Governance back at the tail. Stand by for a start. They're ready. They're off and racing. And Black Caviar jumped away very nicely. So too True Persuasion. Hayless got away all right. King Pulse eased in behind them. Leapfrog jumped away all right and is showing some speed, and Warm Love's gone through and settling fully. Warm Love has it narrowly with Black Caviar. Leapfrog and the Bright Pink close to the inside, trailed by Crystal Lily, Grandules. Haylist is right on the outside of Black Caviar. There's probably only 3/4 between these two, and then True Persuasion and King Pulse and Toddlesbury bring up the rear. 400 left to go now. Black Caviar, she's gone to the lead. Haylist only 3/4 away, staying on with her. They've beaten off Warm Love and then True Persuasion, but Black Caviar at the 200 metres. The crowd starts to applaud already. She's gone 3 lengths in front. Haylist can't go on. A good battle for third, but this is why she's rated the best in the world. Have a good look at this. Black Caviar is going to be eased down to a canter. Scored by 4 to Haylist. Warm Love stayed on for third. Crystal Lily and Grandules, trailed by True Persuasion, King Pulse, Leapfrog and Toddlesbury.
Well, that's absolutely amazing. An astonishing performance for a Group 1 sprinter to blow away a field like that.
Stand by, they're off and racing. Black Caviar brilliantly out of the barrier stalls, and Lone Rock jumped well, and so did Haylist, and the 3-year-old Fox Wedge was away quickly. Buffering being ridden along to try and take a position near the speed as well as they settle down. And it's Black Caviar who has a slender lead with Haylist on her outside. Haylist now going to the lead ahead of Black Caviar, and Buffering in the blue colours on the far side, the leading trio. And they were clear then from Fox Wedge, Temple of Boom, Feeling Ready, Lone Rock, Secret Flyer and Metallurgical to the 400. And Haylist closest to the stands, the leader with Black Caviar. Buffering's under the whip and 3 lengths to Fox Wedge. Down in the final 300, and Haylist clinging on narrowly, but now here comes the great mare, and Black Caviar raced up, and she's gone past Haylist. Schofield had to pull the whip. She's having a bit of a race, but Black Caviar is a length and a half in front, and the Wonder from Down Under wins again. Black Caviar 19 straight from Haylist. Photo third, Fox Wedge and Buffering. Lone Rock, Temple of Boom, Feeling Ready, Metallurgical and Secret Flyer. They're set. Racing. Black Caviar jumps well down in gate 2 alongside of Golden Archer and also Moment of Change. And Sham Express had begun pretty well. Go the Knuckle dropped in. Satin Shoes is showing speed out wide on the course. And so too Scent Express. And First Command drops in for the trail. They stretch across the track after covering about 300 metres. Black Caviar in control down near the inside. She's in front of Sham Express in the pink colours, Moment of Change and Golden Archer on the inside of the great mare. Satin Shoes is out wide on the course. She's being sooled along at this point, followed by Go the Knuckle, Scent Express, First Command. Black Caviar completely in control. It's the Black Caviar of old, all right. Coming to the 200 metres, 2 to 3 lengths in front. Luke Nolan hasn't moved on her. It's awesome. She's clear then from Moment of Change and Golden Archer, but she's back. And the legend lives on. Black Caviar by 2.5, Moment of Change. Golden Archer's run third. Moods is trifected it, of course. Then Satin Shoes and Go the Knuckle, Sham Express, Set Express and First Command.
That's something special. 55.42 under a throttle hold. She's invincible. Win number 23. A privilege to be here and watch it.
1,000 metres at Group 1. They're racing. Some already jumped okay. Esprit de Bullet a bit awkward alongside of it, and also a bit slow to move was Boomwa. Snitzerland got away well, and Burnaby began brilliantly in the middle of the line, and Bugatti not far away, and Brilliant Bisque is the widest runner as they settle down now after about 300 metres. And it's Snitzerland moving up outside. Burnaby, African Pulse close to the inside, is up with the leading bunch of horses, and Boomwa's recovered to be up fourth. Brilliant Bisque plotting a solo course out wide on the course, isn't too far away. They're followed by Aeronautical Sham Express. Back behind them is Samariti, and being desperately ridden at the moment and needing to get a real burst from there, followed by Bugatti, Pago, Rock, Esprit de Bullets well back in the field, and so too Unpretentious. It's Snitzerland going great guns with Sham Express chasing hard now. It's Sham Express after Snitzerland. He just wanted to roll it a bit, and then Unpretentious and Samariti. Snitzerland is in front, the little girl's holding on, and Snitzerland's got a Group 1. She's won it by a half. Sham Express second. Samariti got up for third. Close for fourth, Unpretentious or Pago Rock. Ahead of Esprit de Bullet, Brilliant Bisque, then came Bugatti, followed further back by Aeronautical, Boom Warrant, African Pulse, and, well, a distant last in it is Burnaby. Something's not right there. The jockey's calling out, he's not ready. Now they're racing. Deepfield and Lankan Rupee both got good starts over near the outside. Fab Favola away with a fly, goes to the lead in the early part ahead of Brazen Bow. Deepfield dropped in behind them. He's got the split there and he's running third, and Lankan Rupee's going to follow Deepfield. They're followed by Waterman's Bay and the quarterback now. Fab Favola's making a beeline towards the outside rail. He'll be solo out there. He has the lead. Deepfield now is left taking the field up. Lankan Rupee's a length and a half behind him. Brazen Bow just in behind them, followed by Waterman's Bay and the quarterback. So Fab Favola heads to the 300. He has the overall lead in the race. Deepfield doing the chasing work up the middle of the course. A length behind him, Lankan Rupee, and Brazen Bow staying on. They come to the 200, and Fab Favola's getting tired. Brazen Bow trying to get up on the inside. Lankan Rupee went straight past Deepfield. Lankan Rupee claims the lead in the final 100 metres, and it's the master of sprinting. Lankan Rupee by 2.5 lengths. Brazen Bow second. Deepfield ran third, then Waterman's Bay, Fab Favola, and the quarterback. And again, they're ready for the Black Caviar, and they're off. Exosphere just took a bit of a left-hander at the start. Chautauqua drops in for the trail lead. Varpensero away flying, and they split in divisions here. Varpensero leads out Exosphere, and they're coming towards the middle to inside. And out on the grandstand side, Japanisma shows the way from Terravista, Delectation, and Chautauqua last of the four out on the grandstand side. 600 left to go, and they're two divisions wide apart. But on this side, Japanisma showing the way, and I'd say he's the overall leader in the race from Delectation. Terravista, Chautauqua clear air on the outside. The far side now, and McDonald's getting going on Exosphere. He's gone past Varpensero, but can he get into the race? Japanisma leads Terravista at the 200. Chautauqua struggling to get near them at the moment. Exosphere's putting in a big run on the far side. Terravista's burst through in the middle, 100 to go. Leads from Japanisma, Exosphere. Chautauqua's flying home. He's flying. They hit the line. A photo. Oh, Chautauqua dived at Terravista in a close go. Japanisma will be third. Back behind them, Exosphere and Delectation, and last in Varpensero. Has he got there? Photo will tell us.
He's got there in the final bound, Chautauqua. We can hardly hear ourselves here because we've got the owners of Chautauqua right next to us.
Alongside him, racing and flying Artie looked to be a little bit slow to move. Heatherly jumped well. Star Turn looking for a trail in behind them as Flambeuse began very fast. Heatherly quite keen, had it narrowly. Illustrious Lad deep out in the shadow roll, and Flambeuse on her inside show the way. Star Turn right in behind them, and Flying Artie getting covered too. Sapido going up a little bit deeper on the course. Terravista's in behind them with Spieth, and Counter Attackers last. So they come down to the 500 metres, and Heatherly shows the way. On her outside is Illustrious Lad. Star
Star Turn and Flamberge close up near the inside rail. Ahead of Flying Artie in traffic at the moment. Sapedo keeping him pocketed with Terravista. And then came Spieth as they came towards the 200 metres now. Star Turn and Flamberge went up to Heatherly and Illustrious Lad. No run at all for Flying Artie. Star Turn and Flamberge. Spieth getting up behind them, finishing well. It's Star Turn in front. Spieth going for a dive with Flamberge. And Terravista flew home. Terravista flew home with Spieth. A photo finish. Maybe Terravista. Photo finish there. Star Turn and Flamberge close up the minors from Illustrious Lad Heatherly. It's a hard luck tale for Flying Artie. He never got out. And then came Counter Attack and Sapedo.
A race of drama, pre-race, through the race and right on the line.
Set. Gates crashed back and they're racing. Formality began quickly towards the inside. Ball of Muscle out fast will lead with Super 2 on the outside. Haydock isn't too far away and Red Zell's pushing up out deeper. Further back is Rock Magic behind those horses, followed by Formality, and Sapedo is out deeper on the track, followed by Miss Rock. Terravista about third last, and at the end of the field Redkirk Warrior. Onto the course proper at the 600 metres. Super 2 in the middle in front of Ball of Muscle. Haydock, Red Zell they're outside. They were followed by Terravista, Rock Magic. Miss Rock out deeper on the track is Formality and Sapedo from Redkirk Warrior. 300 metres to go. It's Super 2 under pressure, grabbed by Red Zell. McAvoy hasn't moved. Ball of Muscle back to the inside from Haydock, and down the outside Sapedo. Red Zell with 150 metres to go strikes the front. Rock Magic late with Miss Rock, Redkirk Warrior, but it's Red Zell in front. Redkirk Warrior's flying home. Photo. Oh, it's close. Red Zell or Redkirk Warrior, I'm not sure. Photo finish in the Lightning. What a thriller. Third photos, Miss Rock, Sapedo there with Rock Magic, followed by Haydock, Ball of Muscle, Super 2, Terravista and Formality. Redkirk Warrior will get up on the outside.
Holds them. Set. Racing. Osborne Bulls from barrier number 5, a touch slow. Divine Quality began quickly with Battle Hero. Glenel's not too far away with Sunlight the outside. They're going to huddle up the middle initially. So the leader, Battle Hero, with Sunlight, who's right up there and written by to the left. And they were followed by In Her Time over towards the rails. Just behind it is Jetta Star, and they were followed by Graff and Glenel. Divine Quality's in the middle of the pack, about 2.5 off the lead from Lean Mean Machine. Well back in the field is Miss Rock, and Osborne Bulls is last of all, but only about 4 off the leader, which is Sunlight just in front of Battle Hero, In Her Time, written by the outside. Behind those horses, Jetta Star, Graff, Lean Mean Machine, and Osborne Bulls is winding up from Divine Quality. It's In Her Time at the 200 and Sunlight, stride for stride, followed by written by Osborne Bulls. In Her Time lifting at the 50. Osborne Bulls descending late. In Her Time, Osborne Bulls driving. In Her Time a little bit wayward, but beat Osborne Bulls Sunlight. Fourth Graff, followed by Miss Rock, Lean Mean Machine. Behind them, written by Divine Quality, Glenel, Battle Hero and Jetta Star was last. Metre dash. Yep. Set to go, ready, racing, and Nature Strip was away pretty well, just brushed into Loving Gabby there after a couple of strides. Red Zell began fast and is going to immediately head towards the inside. So it's Red Zell over on the far side leading Gytrash, and I am excited. 3 over on the flat side rail. Coming up the outside, it's Nature Strip, probably about 5 horses off the outside fence, but led them clearly by 2 lengths Dispatch, and they were followed by Tafane, and Loving Gabby is in that group. So they link onto the course proper at the 500 metres. Over on the far side, it's Red Zell, 2 lengths Gytrash, and I am excited. Near side, Nature Strips, 3 lengths in front of Loving Gabby at the 300 metres, followed by Dispatch and Tafane. So with 250 metres to go, over on the far side, Gytrash and Red Zell together. Nature Strip and Loving Gabby's getting closer to Nature Strip on the near side. Gytrash at the 100 over on the far side. Loving Gabby's run past Nature Strip. It's Gytrash in front. Gytrash Gytrash has won it. It's a blowout from Redzel. Loving Gabby third. For fourth, I Am Excited or Nature Strip, who got tired, dispatched second last for Fastnet last. Locked away. Signal and away they go. Bivouac jumped away quickly with Pippi, and also September runners just behind those in the early stages. Nature Strip away cleanly too. After 150 metres, Pippi is going to blaze the trail hard and led by 2 lengths Nature Strip and Bivouac, and they were followed by Fabagino, who's very deep on the track but showing a lot of speed and is isolated from the others. Swats that on the outside of the group, and then came September Run, Helvorsen. Elite Streeters last onto the course proper. 500 metres to go. It's Pippi in front by a length. Nature Strip 3 lengths. Swats that Bivouac, and Fabagino's out under the arches from September Run, Helvorsen and Elite Street. It's Pippi joined by Nature Strip over on the far side. Then Swats that, and behind those Bivouac there the hopes. Nature Strip at the clock tower kicks a length and a half. Pippi Swats that Bivouac, and then September Run. Nature Strip over towards the inside rail lead. Swats that September Run's flying, but Nature Strip is going to do it. Nature Strip wins from September Run. Swats that Fabagino or Bivouac for 4. A gap Pippi, Helvorsen, and last to finish Elite Street. Nature Strip. The jockey change has done it. Jamie Carr for Chris Waller. They're ready, set for the lightning. Stand by for a start, and they're racing, and Nature Strip was away only fairly and got squashed in between Eduardo and also Profiteer. Nature Strip was clearly the last out. The astrologist jumped quickly with Eduardo in the middle of the track. Bit of interference there. The Inferno ran onto heels. Now Profiteer is going to try and avoid the interference and come over towards the flat side, and led from the astrologist and Gytrash. Then a pack up the middle. Home Affairs from Eduardo. Nature Strip recovering. Third in that pack on the outside, followed by Swats that Masked Crusader, and the Inferno last of all. 400 metres to go. It's Home Affairs, the 3-year-old, led by a length Eduardo and Nature Strip, and then Profiteer next in the field. Swats that Masked Crusader at the 200 metres. Home Affairs lets down. Nature Strip coming out after him, followed by Eduardo. Nature Strip chasing Home Affairs. Home Affairs digs in for the fight, and neck Nature Strip thrusting. Home Affairs, Nature Strip lunges. Photo finish. Home Affairs, I think, has just won from Nature Strip. The 3-year-old stands up in a sea of stars. Eduardo Swats that in a photo for third, followed by Profiteer, the astrologist, back behind the Masked Crusader, Gytrash, and the Inferno. And Nature Strip is getting agitated in barrier 1. Just wants to lift. Set, ready, racing. Nature Strip jumped away okay. With on the outside showing speed, Balanipatina, Coolangatta and Marabi. September Run was showing a bit of pace as well with Malena, Gap Buenos Noches, Ball of Fire, and I Wish I Win is last. So Marabi is the leader. 700 metres to go from Nature Strip. September Run's nice and close, and Coolangatta wider on the track. A length and a half, Balanipatina, Malane, followed by Fire, Buenos Noches, Baller. I Wish I Win is last in the lightning. 450 metres to go. Nature Strip drives up on the inside to match Marabi. They're a length and a half. September Run, Coolangatta. Then came Balanipatina, and further back in the field, Malane. It's Nature Strip trying to kick. Coolangatta's getting close, and September Run back on the inside at the 150. September Run drives through, and Coolangatta, then Balanipatina. Coolangatta in the centre lifts. Coolangatta in front of Balanipatina. I Wish I Win late. Coolangatta announces herself and wins it from I Wish I Win, Balanipatina, September Run. Then Buenos Noches. Next, Nature Strip, Baller, Marabi, Fire, last Malane. Coolangatta, Jamie Carr has won the Black Caviar Lightning. Set to go, and they're racing. Imperatriz from barrier number 2 broke away pretty well. So too Cylinder, Bella Nipotina. I Am Unstoppable not too far away either. Private Eye from the deep is also sweeping across to sit outside the mare. Imperatriz led Private Eye. They were followed by Bella Nipotina, I Am Unstoppable and Cylinder. It's not that hard early. Then came the Astrologist, Espiona and Rich Fortune in a huddle. They're off the rails at the 600 metres. It's Imperatriz and Private Eye. Then came I Am Unstoppable, a length off those from Bella Nipotina, the Astrologist deeper. Cylinders all coiled up and they were followed by Espiona and Rich Fortune. It's going to be a blast home at the 350. It's Imperatriz and Private Eye together. Then I Am Unstoppable. Cylinder behind them from Bella Nipotina. Private Eye, Imperatriz, toe-to-toe at the 150. But Imperatriz knuckles down, gets a neck in front of Private Eye coming again. Imperatriz, the star wins. Imperatriz has won it. From Private Eye, Espiona, what a run. And then Bella Nipotina, followed by Rich Fortune, Cylinder, I Am Unstoppable, and the Astrologist.
Another magnificent edition of the Black Caviar Lightning Stakes. And it's champions only. And I think we can start badging her in that category if there was still any doubts.
And the field is just about set. Way to the Stars, a bit edgy. Ready. Racing in the Lightning. Joyful Fortune scrambled away. Growing Empire jumped quickly with Switzerland, the 2 favourites. Just about 1-2, but Way to the Stars claims them. Then Joyful Fortune, Benedetta, Marzu up the outside, also showing lick after 250. Way to the Stars in front of Marzu, and they were followed by Growing Empire, Switzerland, and Philosopher. Joyful Fortune behind them, followed by Stretton Angel, Benedetta, Traffic Warden, and Skybird is at the end of the field. 550 out. The leader is Marzu from Way to the Stars. A length and a half to Switzerland, coiled up behind them with Growing Empire. Further back is Philosopher, deeper with Stretton Angel, then Joyful Fortune. Benedetta's about 4 off the front, and behind those horses then is Skybird, who's trying to get through. It's Way to the Stars, joined by Growing Empire. Stretton Angel the outside, Benedetta coming on, or Growing Empire's running all over the place, and Skybird dropped on them, drove through from last, races clear, a spectacular win. Skybird, 3/4 Stretton Angel, photo third, Benedetta or Switzerland. Traffic Warden behind them, followed by Marzu, Growing Empire. Further back, Way to the Stars, Philosopher, and Joyful Fortune.